Oh my god, I'm so happy. And there was a hot second when I was at the post office just then that I thought the post had lost my wrapping paper. Oh my god. Wild. I have cards. Hey friend, welcome back. Or if you're new, welcome. My name is Jeff. I am an artist, illustrator, and maker. And I've been working full-time as an artist for coming up to 10 years. It'll be 10 years this November. And I'm really excited to bring this video to you today. I'm going to be unboxing and revealing a whole bunch of new products that I've been working on for the past 6 months. This was going to be a larger video, but I decided to break it down into smaller, little achievable nuggets because the idea of making a really big video just intimidated me a little bit too much, and I need to get back into the groove of editing again. So I decided, why not just do a nice little dopamine hit of a reveal video of all my new products. These products I've been working on for probably the last 6 months, and they've been percolating in my head for a while, and I'm really excited to be sharing them. I'm so happy with how they all turned out, and they're really giving me this like injection of energy to really like push forward with these new ideas of what I want to do going forward outside of all my client work. My client work is great and I love what I do there, but artist Jeff and like the things that I do for myself and the artwork that I want to make to share with the sort of the everyday person that comes to my markets and views this channel, is on my Instagram and all that kind of thing. I've been really trying to connect back in with that sort of relationship and that kind of space of where I make art. And this is really helping me to do that. So I hope you like this video and maybe let me know which one of the products you like the most. I do have an aim to hopefully open up my online shop or like revamp it all this year and hopefully even open up international shipping. Fingers crossed I can do that. Otherwise, yeah, enjoy the video and I will talk to you soon. All right. My wrapping paper has arrived. I haven't opened it, obviously, and I thought I would film my first reactions. I'm excited, I'm nervous. Okay. Oh my god. It's like Christmas. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, so this design is based on rock pools. Okay, I really love it. The next one. This is obviously my flowers. It's a new style of flower that I've only done recently. Also really like the colours, they turned out really nice. I like how matte it is as well, it feels really good. Okay, final one. I think this one's my favourite. This one is my Dandelion pattern. It's a recent drawing I did actually from a YouTube sketching little session that I did. I did this little Dandelion pattern in like a really short little session and then decided to turn it into this pattern. In this one I used a pencil brush, so it's not vector, which means you can see all the little like pencil marks, which are really nice and it's turned out good. The scale of it's really good. And I also did this background pattern, this stripe behind it, which is something new that I haven't tried. But, oh my god, I have wrapping papers. Ah! It's now a few days since I did the reveal of the wrapping paper, and I've had some time to think about exactly how I want to pitch it as a product and who it's for. And I have two approaches that I'm thinking is going to be how I'm going to go about it. My main priority is the every person, the person who buys my work at markets, someone who follows me on Instagram, on YouTube, those kinds of people. And I want it to be looked at as get your stash of wrapping paper or like a bundle and get it in one go as like a yearly thing that you buy, rather than looking at it as buy this single sheet of wrapping paper when you need to wrap a present for someone's birthday. I'm playing around with this idea of maybe I will do yearly updates to the designs, or I could do it quarterly, or I could do it like every season. I'm not too sure, but that gives me this really good chance to keep on adding new designs to what's available, which is something that I want to do for my products, because the thing that used to always get to me when I was doing lots of markets and selling stuff a long time ago was that I kind of always told myself that I had to make this one thing and sell it forever, and it meant that things got stale. Whereas if I approach my wrapping paper as like potentially a seasonal drop or a yearly drop, I can always update it and change it and reflect on it all the time. And it just means that there's new things that people can come to me for, and they don't think, oh, he's just gonna have those same 4 designs over and over again. So I think that's a really good way of approaching it. And then there is the option to look into wholesalers as well. I already have a few shops in mind that I would like to eventually email and ask if they could stock the wrapping paper. And it's like a gift shop and an art store. I've never done wholesale. I would love to be able to get into wholesale because it's like this another source of income that could potentially be steady, that isn't relying on client projects. And it focuses in on my illustration work, which is something that I've always wanted to do more of. I want to be known as someone who does these artworks and not just the cardboard person or the workshop person. And I think this is a really good starting point into being known as someone who creates these, hopefully people describe them as fun, playful, bold, unique surface designs. I think it'd be just really fun to have a few stockists that have my wrapping paper. Maybe it could turn into other products like cards and other stationery things. And also clients could see this product. And it could be a really good jumping off point for potential like product collaborations in the future, or limited print runs, or I can see these designs as like murals or decals for installations and activations. So there's a lot of different ways that just this one product, I can see it kind of like going into different fields for me. But my focus for now is creating a new product that I can sell. I'm just sitting at my computer and I thought I would take you through where I'm at the moment. I was going to launch it with just 3 designs, but I decided I want to launch with at least 6 because I want to have it available as a single sheet, a pack of 3, a pack of 6, and then a pack of 10. I am such a visual learner and that helps me to make my decisions. So what I've decided to do is to create a board and start to plan what the other designs look like. I might be overthinking it by wanting to make sure that they all visually look great together. My worst fear is that I get to the end of designing 10 and I realize that 4 of them are kind of similar and it's kind of a waste. Like I want each of the wrapping papers to have a unique spin, a unique color palette, or like at least like talk to a particular person. So there's a really good mix. I am definitely someone who is guilty of going back to the same well over and over and over. Like on the wall behind me, I have like 3 artworks that all have pink flowers in it. And it wasn't because I decided to do it or that I love pink. It's just like, I don't know, it must be a muscle memory thing. All right, I'm back with another delivery. I'm really excited today. I have some wrapping paper and cards that I've got printed, and I thought I would just film my first reactions. So I got 5 different cards printed, like gift cards, just to start with, just to make sure that I'm happy with them. And I got, I think, 40 of each printed as well. Oh my God, wild. So the first one, my smile, little sunflowers. Really like the color of them. Oh my God, it feels so surreal. This one is my natives. I quite like it. The yellow's maybe like a little bit dark, but that's like at my end, so it's not like a bad thing. The next one, let's just cut them all. Ooh, my waving flowers. This one's nice. And then I really like how this one's turned out. This one might look familiar. It's my flowers, more flowers. So the artwork that's behind me, I really just like this design and I want to just like keep on using it. So I decided why not turn it into a card as well, and just by changing the colors around and even the background, it looks, I wouldn't say completely different, but looks different. Oh, my favorite. Ain't it cute? I think next time looking at it all, I might make my yellows a little bit brighter, so they're a little less greeny maybe, but other than that, wild. I have cards. So I got these like little brown envelopes to go with it instead of white. And okay, I'm really happy. I'm probably sitting on the most noisy part of my couch. If the creak of my couch comes through, I'm so sorry. Let's just sit those there. Oh my God, I'm moving. That is so noisy. Okay, so they were all my cards, and now I have some more wrapping paper that I designed. Oh my God. I can see it. Okay, the first one. Holy crap. Oh my God. I love it. So this is my natives that I did recently, and it goes with the card. So it's a little section of the wrapping paper. And oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I can't wait to wrap something up in this. Or maybe even frame it. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, the colors are great. The texture is really nice. I did a bit of speckling and used some different textured brushes on this to make it less like a flat vector artwork. And it's really come through. Nothing's pixelated. Okay, cool. Okay, next one. Ooh. Fun. Okay, this one is, I took a long time to decide on the background of this one. And I changed it last minute to being a black background. Originally it had a burgundy kind of background, or like, yeah, like a maroon background. They're all little faces. They're like fun characters. And this one, I really wanted to focus on like making something that was really like youth focused. So I really tried to think about different people who you're giving gifts to and having the wrapping paper relate to the type of person that you want to give them to, whether it's their age or like the kind of things they're into. And this one, I just loved that it was a little bit fun, playful characters. Yeah, oh my God, this is the most exciting thing. I keep on seeing little bits of all of them. Okay, the next one. Pencils. This one I loved putting together. I really like the textures come through of the brush that I used to create the pencil. I used a pencil brush to draw the pencils. The background's really nice. I wanted like one for like stationery kind of people. And I'm really glad that the background, the pattern that I've created worked. This one was like one that I really planned out from the very beginning to make sure it was like a seamless process of putting together the repeat pattern. Okay, love that one. Ooh. So this one might look familiar. I took inspiration from my bedside table flower, the blue, is it blue and orange? Yeah, blue and orange flower that I made for my bedside table. I just really liked that style of flower and I decided to turn it into a pattern. They're very much like creatures or bugs. This one I wanted a bit more of like a muted pale tone, a little bit more like earthy, I guess, but still pretty playful. This one was the last one that I put together as well. So glad I did that one. And the final one. Oh my God. I have some birds. This one I was the most excited for because it was one that it was completely new, obviously, like the birds I've never really done before. I think just having this fresh take on how I draw birds in my world is, I think that freshness just made it really exciting to put together. I love, oh my God, I'm so happy with them. And there was a hot second when I was at the post office just then that I thought the post had lost my wrapping paper. I went to collect both the boxes and they're like, oh no, that's it. And it was just the cards. And they were like, no more. And I was like, no, there's more to come. I need this, I need them. And then they found them tucked away. So the next stage is I'm gonna take some photos, probably do some here and then some at the studio as well, and do some mock wrapping. I'm really excited to wrap some things and see what it looks like. And yeah, all right, let's do it. So I have this box and I chose this wrapping paper and I'm just gonna wrap it and see how it looks. The scariness of wrapping a present. I used to wrap presents a lot. I was the one in my family when I was younger who would do all the present wrapping and also cover all of the books, like for school with contact. I really love doing it. It's very pleasing, it's very relaxing, but I haven't done it for a while. I'm actually gonna cut this down a little bit. It's slightly just too big. Yeah, okay, I love this one. I reckon this one's gonna be very underrated as a choice. I might have to do some revising of my gift wrapping skills if I'm now gonna have my own wrapping paper. Maybe there's a course out there that you can do. Ooh! Okay, that's it. Yeah, I really love it. I think this one kind of slaps. Like, obviously I'm going to say that. I probably need to get some nice tape for my samples, just so people can just like elevate it that little bit more. And I'm gonna keep these because you can always use these for scrapbooking, for collaging. I think no matter what, even if people cut off little bits and pieces, I think you keep this, you keep it for craft. So yeah, this is it. I can't wait to wrap all of them. But for now, yeah, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy looking at this, and I'm gonna say goodbye and see you in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.